So good morning. First I want to tell you about why I'm here. Basically yesterday morning we got on our second flight from Denver going to Honolulu, and I looked at Cindy and I said, so who's doing the talk tomorrow? And she said, well, I did it last year. So guys, you can tell that I'm here prepared and ready to go. But now we had the very fortunate opportunity last weekend to go out to Minneapolis to attend an awards banquet at our son's company. And our son has been with that company for 4 years, and he actually put this entire banquet together. This year he was number 2 out of 2,000 people. And this company is quite like the network marketing industry in that they do take an opportunity for training anywhere they can. So at this event they had 3 days of training, which ended with the banquet. And Cindy and I had the opportunity to go in and listen to some of the training. And our son taught on something that I think is really apropos for the network marketing industry, and that's perspective. Our perspective on life. And this is in a little bit of Dylan's words, but I think it's really appropriate. Basically, in life, we have only 2 things that we have to do. I think we look at a lot of the things that we need to do, a lot of things we get to do as things we have to do during the day in order to do network marketing, in order to do whatever we do. The 2 things that we have to do are what? In life, we have to die, and we have to live with ourselves until we do. Everything else we get to do. In ASEA, we don't have to do anything. In our business, we don't have to do anything, and yet we get to do everything. Everything we do is an opportunity to build our business. We get to prospect in order to make a difference in people's lives. Instead of having to make 3-way calls, we get to make 3-way calls in order to educate people and validate the business so that they can make the decision that's right for them. We get to represent a product that absolutely has no equal, has a science to back it up, and has or to prove it or whatever, and we get to make a difference. What we do matters. Absolutely, in the business, we get to make an impact. We don't have to make an impact, it's our opportunity. So I think one thing, when we're looking at making an impact with people, and we're bringing people into our company, we need to know that making an impact is important. Do not discount making an impact. And finally, another gentleman in my son's company does a daily newsletter. And I got a newsletter, and at the top of the newsletter it just said, I form my habits and my habits form me. And I thought about it. It kind of just set me aback. I form my habits and my habits form me. It's all about choice. We have a choice to make the habits that make a difference for us. And so I'm going to read the next part of this, and I'll conclude with this. But they say, think about it, practice makes perfect. Right? That's the old adage, practice makes perfect, whether it's playing the piano or making a mountain out of a molehill. Right? It's positive or negative. Right? So if we practice it long enough, we're going to get good at it. Whether we're getting good at making mountains out of molehills or doing positive things. So here's the one thing that I'll finish with. Just as a train is directed by the rails it rolls on, our lives are directed by our habits. Unless we build new rails or build new habits, our lives are destined to move towards the same old places. So guys, get the right perspective and build habits that can make a difference. Thank you.